From a reckless pickup driver turning an open highway into a personal racetrack and a midnight thief gambling everything on one last escape to a wanted man whose final run ended in devastation and more. Here are the craziest moments when high-speed police chases end in disaster.
Okay, he's got him stopped and then
April 10th, 2020 began like any other quiet morning in Sebastian County until a black pickup came tearing through red lights as if the rules of the road were optional. Behind the wheel was Justin Battenfield, driving with the kind of recklessness that made every other driver's heart race for the wrong reasons. Deputies had already tried to rein him in, but he kept pushing forward, ignoring sirens and flashing lights. That's when the Arkansas State Police were called in, and one trooper would soon find himself at the center of a chase no one would forget.
I'm gonna get the leg up.
When the threat to the public became undeniable, the command was clear: end it now, and the next action forced the chase into rougher territory.
You're gonna stop out here, break taking you. Just go stop as soon as there's okay, you got him straight on the highway. Get it stopped. Okay, he's got him stopped and then go ahead and start EMS.
By the time the chaos stopped, Battenfield was gone, killed instantly at the scene. Trooper Ellis was taken to the hospital, treated for his injuries, and later sent home to recover. It was a pursuit that proved just how quickly speed and poor judgment can turn into irreversible loss. No matter how fast you think you are, there's always a wall you can't drive through. Revale Murphy had been dodging justice for too long. The 36-year-old Memphis native carried warrants out of Tennessee for aggravated assault and aggravated sexual assault, charges that don't just fade with time. On March 31st, 2025, his path crossed with the Arkansas State Police on Interstate 55. It was the kind of encounter where both sides knew exactly what was at stake and neither was about to back down. For Murphy, the open road looked like his last shot at staying ahead. As the car edged off the main lanes, the surface beneath the tires changed. In that instant, every factor tilted toward disaster, and the road's margin for error was gone. Murphy's final moments played out in the chaos of twisted metal and shattered glass. He was ejected from the wreck and pronounced dead not long after at Medical One Trauma Center. Facing charges that could have been resolved in a courtroom, he chose the highway instead, and it cost him everything. Sometimes the most dangerous part of the chase isn't the troopers behind you, but the road itself. Not every traffic stop starts with flashing lights. Sometimes it begins with a gut feeling, On the morning of September 6, 2024, Trooper Chris Dunham watched a black Mazda CX-5 rocket past his stationary cruiser. The radar confirmed the speed, nearly 100 miles per hour, but it was the driver's odd behavior after pulling over that set the stage. A partially lowered window, a slow compliance, and then the sudden choice to bolt. There comes a point in every dangerous pursuit where hesitation is no longer an option. As the SUV tore ahead, the trooper made his move, the kind that instantly shifts the balance between flight and capture. The driver was later identified as Calvin Hathaway, found a mile away nursing injuries from his reckless run. Inside and around the SUV, officers uncovered a stash of MDMA pills, marijuana, and even a BB gun disguised like a Glock. Hathaway left the scene facing a laundry list of charges, including felony fleeing and possession with intent to deliver. For someone who started the day speeding, he ended it with a $75,000 bond and a very long list of regrets. In the early hours of June 24, 2024, a quiet stretch of Arkansas asphalt became the stage for an all-or-nothing run. A stolen Nissan Kicks was slipping through the night, its driver betting everything on speed and luck. The man behind the wheel had more than a stolen ride to answer for. His record already told a story of bad choices, and Trooper Tyler Riles was about to write the next chapter.
Down to 630. CPI down to 630.
Down 14 the rock. I'm out with the vehicle. 630 under the Woodrow overpass. Start at 1016.
When it was all over, the driver was identified as 51-year-old William Darren Barnett. He escaped with only minor injuries, but picked up an impressive list of charges: theft of property over $25,000, fleeing, resisting arrest, reckless driving, and even vehicle title fraud. Nights like this are a good reminder that in Arkansas, the road might be long, but the law is longer. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon on June 27, 2023, when the hum of highway traffic was broken by something far less ordinary. A silver Lincoln MKZ hybrid tearing down the shoulder like it owned the road. Motorists could only watch as the car blurred past at breakneck speed, ignoring the painted lanes like they were just suggestions. Arkansas State Police had barely gotten the call before multiple officers spotted it firsthand. One of them, Sergeant Jeff Preston, knew right away this was not going to be a routine traffic stop.
Yeah, just lower the 73, slow down to bring it up,
When the adrenaline faded, the driver, later identified as Casey Register, was sitting in custody facing an armful of charges from felony fleeing to drug possession. A bottle of suspected THC cannabis oil and a vapor pipe sat as silent witnesses in the evidence pile. He might have tried to turn Interstate 530 into his personal stage, but the final curtain dropped hard and with an audience in uniform. On the night of September 4th, 2023, Arkansas State Police Trooper Jackson Shoemate spotted trouble in motion. A blue Dodge SUV rolled past in a way that made every instinct flare, not reckless enough to draw obvious attention, but not steady enough to seem right. The driver was later identified as a wanted parolee high on narcotics and carrying more bad decisions than sense. The moment their paths crossed, this quiet night in the city was about to take a sharp turn toward chaos.
Speeds are 90. Reason for stop, no license plate light. See, starting east on the production.
8 number exit.
Return on the distribution. Brake check me. It's going back to production.
Back over there.
When the moment finally came to bring it to an end, the trooper didn't waste time. One clean, decisive move was all it took to shift the balance from pursuit to confrontation. The driver's next move was a desperate sprint from the disabled SUV, but it was short-lived. A taser stopped the escape cold and officers moved in to make the arrest. For a parolee already wanted and under the influence, this was the last chapter of a bad night. Sometimes the road doesn't end where you expect, especially when the Arkansas State Police are the ones waiting.
Okay, roll over. Or correction, you got him pitted out. Pitted out.
Trooper Matthew Price had seen plenty behind the wheel of his Arkansas State Police cruiser, but on September 14th, 2023, he was about to meet a driver who made a very poor introduction. The man behind the wheel of a black rental Silverado had every chance to pull over like a sensible human being. Instead, he chose to gamble, and the stakes shot up the moment his foot buried the accelerator. It was a choice that would turn a calm evening into a test of skill, patience, and horsepower.
The truck has driver's side damage now from my pit.
10-4, driver's side damage.
He's passing somebody on the right shoulder.
10-4, passing right shoulder.
Speed 62. I need a charger up here. This guy's got too much takeoff and get-go. Come on, 21. Keep your speed up. All right, we're coming up to the Little Mulberry. Speed's still 100.
10-4, Little Mulberry, speed 100.
We got to get him in right here, 21.
The road ahead narrowed in more ways than one. The suspect's run was running out of road, and the law was closing in with precision that left little room for another escape.
10-4, speed 100, passing Little Mulberry.
Okay, roll over. Or correction, you got him pitted out. Pitted out.
10-4, fit it out, Little Mulberry.
Get your hands up! Get your fucking hands up!
When the pursuit finally ended, the truck was boxed in by multiple cruisers. The driver, claiming to be Robert Regal, stepped out alongside his passenger, identified as Shaffer Smith, and a pregnant woman seated in the back. Troopers suspected the driver had lied about his name, while the woman insisted she had only just met the pair in Dallas. She also admitted to having marijuana on her. All told, it was a high-speed detour that left them headed not to their destination, but to a holding cell.
TBI rollover 1016.
On October 24th, 2024, the calm of an Arkansas afternoon didn't last long for Trooper Randall Schwab. A red Ford F-150 had already made its choice speed over sense and was now tearing away from law enforcement. Behind the wheel sat a driver who clearly believed that outrunning a state trooper was within reach. Schwab knew better, and as his cruiser gained ground, the chase quickly shifted from routine patrol to a high-stakes pursuit.
Turn into some apartment complexes here in Greenland. I've got Greenland and CID. Back out to 71. Pull it down.
Where can they run from?
The open highway gave the F-150 all the room it could ask for, but Schwab had another plan. In one decisive move, he forced the suspect into a moment that would change the chase instantly.
TBI rollover 1016. Hey.
When it was over, the Ford's run had ended with its driver on the ground and in custody. Multiple people were inside, including a woman who appeared injured, and troopers made sure each was secured before clearing the scene. 3 individuals were ultimately detained, with both the suspect's truck and a police vehicle needing a tow. Once again, a momentary rush of bad judgment proved no match for a patient trooper with a plan.
We're past station TDI right at Burlington. TDI Burlington, roll over.
It started as just another patrol for Trooper Dakota Bailey on August 2nd, 2025. That changed the second a silver Toyota blasted past at a speed that made every other car look like it was standing still. There was no mistaking it. This driver had no plan to stop. Within moments, a calm night on the interstate had become a full-throttle chase under the glow of streetlights.
Right, 142, I'm coming up on the 118. I go. Time for TDI, past 118, coming up Noah Bay. We're going to go overpass. Speed's 120, passing on the inside shoulder. Okay, 90, I'm about to be parallel with y'all. I'll get on at the 119. 91 to 90 on third. 7. TDI. On this the Gilroy top, TDI. Just getting back in it. TDI recovered. 22. Please continue.
We're back on still eastbound.
What's the vehicle description?
Bailey's first attempt to bring the runaway sedan to a halt was close, but not close enough. The driver clung to control, forcing the pursuit into even more dangerous territory.
Come on, pass all of us in the middle line. Okay, 90, I'm secondary behind state police. Cars are dropped out if you can. We have 30 units in.
Don't fucking do that! What are you
Okay,
doing?
90, state police, that's up for TDI. We're going to be right before the 121, speed to 101, passing on the shoulder.
Stop!
The next attempt left no room for recovery. In seconds, the car's momentum was broken, and the wall became the final word in the chase.
Going under the Alco overpass. State TVI right at Burlington. TVI Burlington, roll over.
By the time the car came to rest, the driver's fight had shifted from the wheel to a stubborn refusal to comply. Troopers weren't having it. He was restrained, cuffed, and escorted away from the scene, his vehicle now little more than crumpled metal under the lights. On this highway, running from the Arkansas State Police is a story that rarely ends well, and this was no exception. On April 13th, 2021, just after sunrise, a maroon Ford F-150 caught the attention of a Georgia State trooper. The truck drifted across lanes on Interstate 16 like a driver lost in thought, or maybe just lost in control. Other cars swerved away, horns blaring, as the pickup veered dangerously close to disaster. When blue lights and sirens lit up behind it, the Ford didn't settle down. Instead, it headed straight for the Interstate 75 interchange, setting the stage for a chase no one expected that morning.
Got a pit. I'm about to go on pit 10-12. 10-12, we're pit. He's off the right shoulder. He's off the right shoulder. He's off the right shoulder.
By the time the vehicle stopped spinning, the suspects were nowhere to be found. What was left behind was a stolen truck and a mystery that didn't last long. Authorities traced it back to a runaway juvenile believed to be heading home to Atlanta. With charges stacked higher than the truck's toolbox, this joyride was never destined to end with anything but trouble. As for the chase, it proves one thing. You can try to outrun sirens, but you cannot outrun consequences. It was the evening rush on September 27th, 2023, and Interstate 30 was crawling with commuters trying to get home. Trooper Killian had just settled into patrol when a white Hyundai Elantra caught his eye. The way it slowed almost to a crawl, then slid from lane to lane without reason, stood out like a sore thumb in the flow of traffic. By the time it took the 65th Street exit, the trooper knew this wasn't going to be a routine stop.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Get on your face. Turn away from me. Get off the phone. Felony takedown.
Felony takedown.
I'm sorry.
Stand by on that. 3700 West 65th.
That driver was soon identified as Tavio Jones, who openly admitted to carrying marijuana and a gun. Inside the car, officers found more marijuana, a set of digital scales, and a Beretta pistol sitting in the driver's seat. He was transported from the hospital to the county jail, booked on charges ranging from fleeing to firearms possession. In the end, the chase that could have endangered countless others only landed him deeper in trouble. That wraps up this pursuit, but trust me, the story doesn't end here. Click on the next video to see another chase that takes things to a whole new level. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss one.